This film shouldn't have hit this hard. But I recently just had the privilege of rewatching the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and I realized something. It's not just a goofy kids film. It's a devastatingly real lesson about growing up and why we shouldn't. I love SpongeBob. I realize that's not exactly a hot take. It's one of the most popular cartoons of all time. But as a kid, I really felt like it was my show. I wasn't allowed to watch many cartoons growing up outside of PBS Kids, but something about those SpongeBob commercials called to me. So I begged my parents to let me watch until they finally relented. And now, half my brain is taken up by SpongeBob quotes. But what a privilege it was to be able to watch this show just after it completed its legendary run of the best 3 seasons of the show and a movie. The Holy Grail, the masterpiece, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. In the beginning of the movie, we're immediately introduced to the fact that SpongeBob is anticipating becoming the new Krusty Krab 2 manager. Not only that, but it's his deepest desire. The very first scene is a dream SpongeBob has of being the manager. He views this job as so important, he would be saving lives.
Family, Phil? Come on, Phil, stay with me. Let's hear about that family.
We also learn that SpongeBob is the recipient of 374 consecutive Employee of the Month awards. That's 31 years. First of all, this begs the question, how old is SpongeBob? Second of all, this means that there's no one more deserving of a promotion than this diligent yellow sponge. It's next revealed that SpongeBob is a little immature. He likes going to Goofy Goobers, singing the theme song, wearing a silly hat, bouncing up and down on his bottom with his best friend Patrick. Hey, I mean, we've all got weird stuff that we're into. No big deal in my book. But then, tragedy. Squidward Tentacles is named the new manager of the Krusty Krab 2. SpongeBob, unable to even fathom this outcome, gets excited, goes on stage, and accepts this position. Mr. Krabs has to explain to SpongeBob that he made Squidward manager because he's more mature. Are you kidding me?
But there's a word for what you are, and that word is, a ding-a-ling. Wingnut.
A knucklehead McSpazzatron!
Hey, shut up! Leave SpongeBob alone. Yeah, I'm talking to you specifically, old lady. Luckily, Patrick comes in to save the day. We all need friends like Patrick. And so, with Patrick's help, SpongeBob deals with his sorrow by getting absolutely wasted at Goofy Goobers. Insanity that this made it into a kids movie. Thank goodness it did. It's one of the best scenes in the movie, to be honest. The next morning, SpongeBob wakes up, hungover as hell, ready to give Mr. Krabs a piece of his mind. Clearly resentful that Mr. Krabs labeled him as a kid. But Plankton has already kicked off his evil plan. Steal Neptune's crown, frame Krabs, and sell the crown to Shell City. To save his boss, SpongeBob offers to go to Shell City himself to get the crown back. He's, of course, laughed at.
You're just a kid.
But he doubles down. Part of it is ignorance of the danger, and part of it is to prove that he is a man. I realize at this point, all I've really done is just recap the first act of this movie, but I've explained all this so that you know the theme. SpongeBob is looked down upon for his immaturity and made to feel less than. He feels like he needs to prove that he is a man, even though biologically he is a man. And I feel like all of us have to deal with what SpongeBob deals with in this movie at some point in our lives in some way, shape, or form. At a certain point in our childhoods, we're told we're too old to be bringing that toy with us wherever we go. Too old to play pretend. Too old to play those video games. Too old to listen to that music anymore. School is one of the worst offenders. Hey, 5-year-old, we're gonna put you in this prison-like building where you have to sit still and pay attention for 8 hours. And here's assignments and tests that we choose for you. And here's homework so that when you finally leave here, you'll still have to sit still and pay attention. Oh, and you'll be doing this for at least 13 years. Listen, I'm not against school or education or structure. But I feel like we're so quick to put kids in a box and mold them to learn and think and act only one way. When SpongeBob is refused the manager position on the basis of being immature, that's a real thing. You can be the hardest worker, the longest tenured, but if your personality index doesn't match the company's criteria, then you won't be made manager. Squidward, on the other hand, is in every way a worse candidate. He doesn't care about his job, and he quickly passes on the idea of joining SpongeBob and Patrick in their quest to save Mr. Krabs. The only thing that secured him the role is the fact that he's boring and normal. Okay, side tangent, I will give Squidward some credit here. He is the only person in Bikini Bottom that realizes what Plankton is up to.
Chum bucket, free, Krabby Patty, Plankton, giving, with.
But he makes the incredibly idiotic decision to tell Plankton to his face that he's going to tattle on him and ends up being made a corporate slave. And yes, that's my interpretation of Plankton's grand plot, a corporation turning their employees into slaves. Anyway, let's get back on track. At around the midpoint of the movie, SpongeBob and Patrick encounter an impassable chasm filled with monsters. By this point in the film, they've been through trial after trial due to their childlike innocence. They've been mocked and robbed, narrowly escaping beatings and life-threatening situations. But this chasm finally breaks them. They succumb to despair. SpongeBob and Patrick accept that they are kids, that they stand no chance, and they start walking home. But then Mindy shows up.
Did you see my underwear?
No, Patrick.
Did you want to?
And slaps some seaweed mustaches onto their upper lips and convinces them that they're now men. To put it in today's terms, she essentially got them to lock in. But when they get to the other side, they quickly realize they didn't change at all. Later on, after being captured by the Cyclops, taken to his gift shop, and placed under a heat lamp, they realize they made it to Shell City. They discover that they're capable of great things despite being a couple of goofballs. They then sing Goofy Goobers while they die. If this scene doesn't bring you to tears, I don't know what will. Also, if that doesn't inspire you to drop the facade of acting cool and mature,
You need to leave!
yes, there are gonna be times where we need to lock in. Locking in is a part of life, but drop the act as soon as you can. Hold on to your silly childhood self.
Don't let the flame die out!
In the penultimate moment of the movie, SpongeBob finally, completely embraces who he is. An immature kid wizard that can shred the guitar so well, it shoots lightning bolts, and then saves the day. The point we can learn here from SpongeBob is, be cringe. Collect those figurines. Sing those silly songs. Dance badly. Make those silly videos on YouTube that nobody watches. Hey, what the heck, man? No offense. None taken. Through that, we win, and society loses. Whenever Ocean Man kicks in and the credits start rolling, I get an intense feeling inside. I would call it nostalgia, but I remember getting this feeling even as a kid. Maybe it's the song, maybe it's the sadness that the movie is over, maybe it's the existential realization that your childhood is slipping away, or maybe it's the feeling you get when you realize you've just watched the greatest movie of all time, and there will never be another one like it. Thanks for watching. This is me at the club.